Hello everyone. I'm just making this video just to talk about The Legend of Heroes. I am really excited for Daybreak, but I would like to talk about my experience with this series, which I'm not caught up yet. I'm almost. Just a few more games I'll finally be able to play Daybreak. Something embarrassing. I think I already recorded this. I don't have something. I'm not reading from something or anything. I was just talking, and then I posted the video yesterday, and I noticed I was muted the whole time, and I was like, oh no. So it was just me doing, and I was like, dang it. So I deleted it. I think I posted it at midnight, and I was like, I'll see how the video does in the morning, and I was like, oh no, nothing anybody could say about, because I wasn't talking. It was just this trailer over and over again repeating, and I was like, it was like 11 minutes long too. Anyways, now that I have that under the way, I can't even remember how I got into the series. I think it's been maybe 2-3 years that I started it. I was watching something. I know I was in like the middle of watching, could it have been Yakuza or another series, and then a video of Sky popped up, and I was like, I'm into JRPGs. I'm the JRPG guy. And then I was like, oh, that's a lot of games to get into this series. I remember I looked up a tweet and bookmarked it to see what order to play the game in. And at the time I was like, that's so confusing. But I was like, no, I get it. I get it. So Sky Trilogy, Zero and Azure, Cold Steel, Reverie, and now this trilogy. But I'm right. I started watching a video, Sky 1, and I was like, this game looks super interesting. And then after like halfway through it, I was like, you know what, I'll just play it. So I ended up, I didn't stream them though. Now the Sky Trilogy, I played those offline. And I played Sky, and I was like, what? The ending for Sky, and I was like, I gotta play the second one right away. And so I did. Same thing happened too with you know what happened if you played it. I don't want to spoil too much. But just, I don't know, seeing the characters and talking to NPCs, and you're like, oh wow. The world building, because I already knew that the world building of the game was great, and just knowing that, I thought Daybreak was already out by the time I started or something. I was like, oh, the new games looks pretty cool, but I guess it was only out because I know that the games take a while to be translated. And I was like, dang, that long? Daybreak is barely getting a Western release, which hopefully during the Summer Game Fest or at some point they announced, or somewhere they announced, we're actually releasing the second game and the third game at this date, like sooner. And I wonder if there'll ever be a day when the games come out worldwide at the same time. It should be nice, because I feel like the series is picking up with a lot of other series. Again, like the Yakuza series. I feel like it just blew up with Infinite Wealth, and I was like, oh wow, a game that was kind of niche a couple of years ago is, or not niche, pretty big, but you know, wasn't that big until recently. I was like, oh wow. So I feel like it's a good time for JRPGs. Didn't talk about any of this when I recorded this the first time. But Sky was so fun. What was it? Joshua, Estelle, and I'm terrible with names. I have a viewer that's like, there's no way you don't remember that person. I was like, no, I don't. And I googled their name, and they're like, don't Google the name. And I was like, it's too late. And I was like, oh, what's that character? Which I know, I get it, because then you get pictures of them in like feature game. You're like, oh, it looks kind of different. But I got through that. Then I played Sky the Third, which it was interesting. I was like, oh wow, the game's completely different. Like at least how it's being told, or the story, and it's changing character. I was like, oh, huh. Interesting. And then there's the 13 Star Door or something. I forget the name of it. But so many things that pop up recently. I know there's this one guy that voices a part in Sky the Third, who you don't see him until I think Daybreak. I only know it because I know it's Kiryu's JP, their Japanese voice actor, and I was like, because I was like, should I play the game in English? And of course, the game's only in Japanese until Cold Steel, and I was like, should I start playing in English? I just kept it in Japanese, and I was like, it'd be weird, I feel like. But then I started, I think, Zero and Azure last year, and streamed Zero for the first time. And I was like, oh wow, it was so different. And I was like, I love Lloyd. Lloyd is one of my favorite characters so far. Easily. easily. And just the way he talks to all of his party members and how, you know, the one-to-ones. I know people don't like how Randy and the other ones don't talk to each other, but I mean, I get it. I'm sure they talk to each other. Just, you know, not shown. It's also almost midnight, so sorry for any yawns. But what was it? I was blown away. Like Zero, it was really like, you're a detective, you're finding this cat, you're helping these people, but you're getting to know the town, you're, you know, learning about things that happened. And things don't really start picking up until like close to the end of the game, like the last chapter of that, the second to last chapter. And then in the second game, you find out that the reason why the beginning of the game of Zero was like, I was like, oh, so that's why Estelle and Joshua are not with you in the very beginning of the game, like a tutorial, because it's not because, you know, but if you know, you know. And then I play Azure, it's like, oh, I'm starting from scratch again. But it started like right after the first part. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So, which I did take a bit of a break from Zero and Azure. It took like a couple of months, and I was like, oh, what's happening again? But I think I picked it up pretty quickly. Azure was so fun. I was a bit sad that it was only Lloyd and not everyone right away. They were kind of spoon feeding you the characters back because I guess they wanted you to use Wazzy and Noelle, which Noelle, I still feel hurt. But I was like, dang it, why was Randy the last one? Felt like Randy was the last one because I was like, Randy, come back. So strong, such a strong character, because I don't think he doesn't have to use art. He's good just whacking people hard with a stick, and I was like, okay. It really carried me through some of the fights. Everyone did. Once you get used to it and you have your, you know, like your set group, pretty fun. I also like that the court system, at least in Zero and Azure and the previous games, like you have to get these many colors and get the skill, which I was really thrown off when I started Cold Steel 1. Was it this year? Did I start it this year? I think I started it this year, and I think I was playing 1, and I was like, oh, so the courts have the skills now. I was like, huh, interesting, and it took me a while to get used to. But the thing that killed me from Cold Steel 1 was the school stuff. I guess like, obviously your students, there's going to be school stuff, but it was like I had to spend a full stream just doing the school, like assignments and extra stuff, and I was like, I just want to start the chapter, because it was I joked about it because you would play a bit and then be like, chapter 1 starts. I was like, was I not just doing chapter 1? Wait, what was I doing? I felt like every chapter had like an in between, like a little filling before you actually started the main plot. Yeah, I guess the schools would give you the side quests, and some of them were optional, and I tried my best to do everything, which I wasn't able to do in Cold Steel 2, because I guess I had to fish a lot to get a better rod, because I could not do that optional side quest for the last fish, which gave you a secret side quest, and I was like, dang it, I should have fished more. But I really love, I say I like, but I was a bit annoyed when I was like, dang it, I can't use these characters I love having in the party, because they would force you to have specific members every chapter until like the very end. But no, I understood. I got it. It made sense. And then Cold Steel 2, sort of the same thing. Especially, I think they gave you Laura late. Like, and yeah, she was part of the last group that you got. I was like, dang it. But it was so. It starts like right after Cold Steel, like just right off the gate, right when you end Cold Steel 1. And I was like, okay. And I was again, my quartz were gone. I was like, huh? What do you mean my quartz are gone? But it was fun. It was really fun getting. I was like, oh, continuing the game. But like, it didn't feel like, because I guess I was playing a second game, so it didn't feel like P5, which is just one game, which is like 150 hours, even though I played Cold Steel 1 and 2 together for like almost that same amount of time. But, and I do hope to start Cold Steel 3 soon. By the way, I would have started it earlier, but since I'm playing Elden Ring right now, and I'm joining a charity event at the end of June for the Gamers Outreach. That'll be another weekend I don't play Elden Ring, so it'll push back Cold Steel 3 a bit more, but that's fine. That's okay. But I don't. I have seen some. It's hard to avoid spoilers, of course. But Cold Steel 3 and 4 look fine. I know there's like a little time skip. The ending of 2 and the little plot twist. How, oh, I didn't get to play as a. That was so exciting. That was so exciting. But I'm excited to play Cold Steel 3 and 4, especially since I think, was it 3? Oh. 1 and 2 were like on the handheld system, and the graphics for 3 and 4 look a lot better. And I heard 3 was peak story. I heard 4 was a bit of a fall off to end the 4 games, but it was still good. That's what I heard. And then Reverie. I'm really excited to play Reverie because you haven't played a game like that since Sky the Third. Where you get to play as like tons of like I think I've seen like a snippet of the roster. I'm like, sheesh, that's a lot of characters. And now getting to play Daybreak. I've seen so many people on Twitter. Oh, this video would have come out yesterday, but a demo came out well now 2 days ago, since it's already past midnight. Oh, it's already past midnight. I thought it was, oh, okay. Well, anyways. Seeing people play Daybreak, just playing the demo with the prologue, I'm like, I want to play so badly, but I shouldn't. I should just focus on what I'm playing right now. Even though you can start wherever you want. I get it. Sometimes I'm like, dang it, if someone played this, they wouldn't have known this character, but that's with any game, you know? But Daybreak, if you want to start with Daybreak, go for it. If you want to start in Cold Steel, go for it. I would recommend, if you do start Cold Steel, just do 1 and 2. And then maybe play the other ones if you feel like finding out what the characters are, because I feel like 3 might need it since it's having characters from the crossbow, or you know, or if you don't want to, that's fine as well. Just if you want to know who they are, or especially after the end of Cold Steel 2, you'd be like, who the heck is this guy? And well, I don't know, play the older games if you really like the series. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. Whatever floats your boat. But Daybreak, I love every single design of each of Daybreak characters. Sometimes there's characters in the other games where I'm like, I don't know about this guy, and but then even the old, I love old guy JRPGs. Put them on more, please. Bad back, puns, dad jokes. I'll eat it up. Love that type of character, like Raven from Tales of Vesperia, which I haven't played in a while. New sword. I like his outfit, color design. Then there's the other guy with red hair with the 2 swords. Looks super cool. The girl with the gun, yeah, her. Also really cool. And him. There we go. I think this is. I think I googled it because I was like, should I know who this guy is in Cold Steel 2? And I was like, oh, is it that guy? I think it's that guy, but I think that was a hidden side quest. But I saw a character with silver hair. I think it was peak design is what I saw in like other characters, but we'll see. I hope to finish Cold Steel 3 and Reverie this year. I know there's Metaphor Refantasia coming out, and I'm like, oh, there's so much to play, and then there's all these games. I just wish I had more time. I really wish I had more time. Cause I do play. I play with my friends so much during the week. I only get to play Fridays and Saturdays, which are like 6-hour streams. But what was it 12-hour streams a week? And then you know, for a 60-hour game, that'll be like 5 weeks, a month and a half to get through the games. If you know, a weekend, or if I play every single weekend, because there's sometimes I have to do stuff. But I'm glad I chose. I'm glad I picked up the series, and I hope to be caught up someday so I can just play the newest game when it comes out instead of having to binge the series. Funny enough, there's so many games, so many series I want to binge. The what was it? The crafting game. I already forgot. The Alchemist one. I forget. There's also the Y series I want to get through. There's Dragon Quest since I only played 11, and then you'll 3. We're getting a remake soon. Pokemon. There's so many games. I forget. But also, if you want to give me a follow on twitch.tv/NatsuVega, I play JRPGs all the time. I'm currently playing Ace Attorney with my friends, FF14 on Tuesdays. Monday I was playing Code Vein with a friend, but we finished this week, so I think I'll take a little break and then we'll collab again and play something else together for a while. Like I forgot the same code veins. I was it not Monster Hunter. Something like that. I forget. With also gigantic monsters. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching and listening. Hopefully I'm not muted this time. I see myself on OBS talking. Should have probably did a small little test, but it is what it is. Yeah, things happen. Yeah. To everyone who's playing, have a lot of fun. I hope to catch up someday, soon, before 2025. So until then, bye bye everyone.